If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency and vibration. I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any of their own. The scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. The present is theirs, the future, for which I really worked, is mine. When science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in a decade than in the previous century. If your hate could be turned into electricity, it would light up the whole world. Of all things, I like books best. My brain is only a receiver. In the universe there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength and inspiration. I have not penetrated into the secrets of this core, but I know that it exists. Be alone. That is the secret of invention. Be alone. That is when ideas are born. I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. All that was great in the past was ridiculed, condemned, combated, suppressed, only to emerge all the more powerfully, all the more triumphantly from the struggle. Let the future tell the truth, and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs, the future, for which I have really worked, is mine. Life is and will ever remain an equation incapable of solution, but it contains certain known factors. If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6 and 9, then you would have the key to the universe. We crave new sensations, but soon became indifferent to them. Yesterday's magic is a common occurrence today. Invention is the most important product of the human creative brain. Its main goal is the complete mastery of the mind over the material world, the utilization of human nature for human needs. Today's scientists have substituted mathematics for experiments, and they wander off through equation after equation, and eventually build a structure which has no relation to reality. What one man calls God, another calls the laws of physics. The individual is ephemeral, races and nations come and pass away, but man remains. The gift of mental power comes from God, divine being, and if we concentrate our minds on that truth, we become in tune with this great power. My mother had taught me to seek all truth in the Bible. You may live to see man-made horrors beyond your comprehension. Great moments are born great opportunity. Inventors don't have time for married life. So astounding are the facts in this connection, that it would seem as though the Creator, himself had electrically designed this planet. Marconi is a good fellow. Let him continue. He is using 17 of my patents. Most persons are so absorbed in the contemplation of the outside world, that they are wholly oblivious to what is passing on within themselves. But instinct is something which transcends knowledge. We have, undoubtedly, certain finer fibers that enable us to perceive truths when logical deduction, or any other willful effort of the brain, is futile. Most certainly, some planets are not inhabited, but others are, and among these there must exist life under all conditions and phases of development. The carrying out into practice of accrued ideas as being generally done is, I hold, nothing but a waste of energy, money and time. The idea of atomic energy is illusionary, but it has taken so powerful a hold on the minds, that although I have preached against it for 25 years, there are still some who believe it to be realizable. As I review the events of my past life, I realize how subtle are the influences that shape our destinies. The progressive development of man is vitally dependent on invention. I had admired the works of artists, but to my mind, they were only shadows and semblances. The inventor, I thought, gives to the world creations which are palpable, which live and work. My project was retarded by laws of nature. The world was not prepared for it. It was too far ahead of time. But the same laws will prevail in the end and make it a triumphal success. Merciless is the law of nature, and rapidly and irresistibly we are drawn to our doom. My belief is firm in the law of compensation. The real rewards are always worth the hard work and sacrifices made. It's not the love you make. It's the love you give.